Back YouTube fam, JP here. So we're back to finishing up this front end on our drift Celica project. So we're gonna go ahead and just get moving right ahead with this. So stick around.
Built with soul, not just steel.
What we're gonna do real quick is we're gonna go ahead and yank this steering rack off. We're not gonna be dealing with the steering rack today. We wanna get this front cross member in. So let me grab the impact gun real quick, wherever it decided to disappear to. Around here somewhere. It's right in front of me. So we're gonna go ahead and zip this off. Not even the right size socket on there, but these were semi-loose already, so it should come off fairly easy. We're hoping we can kind of ghetto rig some of the steering components today to be able to push this thing out of the shop. We'll see. This one's being a pain. Okay. There we go. We'll get that steering rack out of the way. We're gonna go ahead and take our bushings and our nuts and bolts so we don't lose them. There we go. Okay. All right. Set all those off to the side. A note real quick, they do make 1-inch spacers for this cross member. We didn't buy the spacers for our application, but we may end up needing to order them, or we can just make them in-house. Really, it's just a 1-inch spacer. But for the depth of the pan, so the pan's not sitting too low, that type of thing, where the engine's gonna sit, they do make a 1-inch spacer. We're gonna try it without the spacer. Again, we're not dropping the motor in today, so if we can just get this kind of all finger tight and back together, that's golden. That's what we're going for. So let's get crawled under here real quick and see what we got. The dirt from the old one. Okay. So looks like we could lift this thing on up. From what I understand, this should bolt right in. Again, that's the old steering's gonna end up having to come out, looks like, no matter what we do, because it's just right in the way. That's not a big deal. We'll go ahead and get that steering moved out real quick, or maybe we can get around it somehow just to use it, but nope. Okay, so let's go ahead and drop the rest of the steering out real quick. We'll yank off this idler arm, and we're gonna leave the gearbox for now, but we'll go ahead and separate this arm here. We'll get that out of the way off camera real quick, and then this will go in nice. Get under there and check it out. Got the whole steering. We just ended up pulling the whole steering out. Faster. Okay, here we go. Again, this is a AE86 Corolla replica front clip, but it is drilled to fit the what I understand is, okay, well, let's see here. That one lines up, and oh, maybe we do need the spacers, or am I gonna have to cut it? Hold on one second. Ah, there it is. Okay. So, okay, so that's gonna need to be, so we are gonna need to order the spacers. unfortunately, I think with some longer bolts, or we have to cut this out. I guess we could, in theory, cut that out. It wouldn't hurt anything. Because it does match up with the inner bolts. So what we're gonna do, let me show you guys. We're gonna need a spacer for this lip. And we're gonna need some longer bolts. I'll have to special order these. But if we get some spacers to go here, we don't have to cut the seam weld. Well, let's figure out what we can do. Okay, so we've decided to just cut this thing out. We'll just re-weld it, but here you go. We just notched it out, so that way, one, we can get it back together, but we can seam weld this back together here. Once the frame's in there as well, that'll help reinforce, because the frame will actually stick out a little bit, help reinforce it from any kind of side-to-side movement as well. So we gotta cut that side out real quick, and then we'll get that frame in there. All right, this one's a dirty one, but hey, we got it done. Let's get it thrown in there now. We should be able to, in theory, bolt this thing directly on into the old bolt hole location. There we are. Let's get a washer. Locking nut and a nut. Okay. Yeah, that one's a lot better. Okay. All right. Now. Okay, what is this? That's one as well. Nut lock washer bolt. Okay. Here we go. Push this side up. There we go. There we are. Okay, 2 on. Oh, we're getting somewhere, guys. Whew. Okay, this thing also has the ability to kind of move left to right just a little bit. So we're just gonna snug it down so we can start getting the suspension together. Whew. Filthy, filthy, filthy. Okay. It'd be a lot easier in the other shop on a rack, but here we are. So let me get the 14 and 14, slide back under there, get this tightened up, and then our subframe will be in. All right. Oh, one of these nuts stuck in here. There we go. Okay. Again, we're just going to weld this up. Whew. All right, you guys, get you under there. Check out that bad boy right there. One 8E86 cross member. Oh, let's go this side. You see? Nice and flush. So we can just weld. When we take the frame back out, because we're going to definitely paint it anyway so it doesn't rust, but we'll just weld that all up, seam weld it from the top. Here it is. I'm going to go ahead and throw one of these struts in here. I'm not sure which one's which, so I'm just going to go for it. I'm thinking they are the same on both sides, no matter what. So these things are also fully adjustable, which is nice. We wanted to have as much adjustment as possible, so if we decide to road race this thing as well for some fun HPD events or whatever, we can do that. Bada boom, bada bing. Okay. So now, looks like what we can do is this is this side. Oh, let me get my wire cutters or somewhere. Here they are. Okay, get these off real quick. All these washers. Guessing they are spacers. Okay. Depending on which arm we want to use. Yeah, definitely going to be spacers for sure. These heavy duty power steering gear bolts, because they are for suspension, if they're long enough, we're going to use these from the old gearbox because they have, they're hardened bolts, and I don't think we got any kind of bolts with the kit. Let's see here. Ooh. Time lapse some of this stuff. Okay. These ones longer. Same bolt on both sides, so we can definitely use this for now. It's a little thin, but I'm just going to use these for now. We're going to get some new bolts. What came in the kit here? These are tie rods for the tie rod ends. Yeah. So we'll just use what we got. Okay. There we go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Take this torsion bar off for now. Okay. Okay. Keep everything short for now. All right. Just like that. Cool. So let's see if we can get these out. We're gonna go ahead and throw together the other side real quick. Man, what a ride it's been, you guys. It's coming together. Got the other side all thrown together loosely as well. We threw the hubs on here. Now, these are not the right size. The bearings luckily do fit all the way up to the rear here, but the bearings aren't big enough to go over the A86 hub, which is fine. These are on good enough to be able to roll. What we're gonna end up doing, I'm probably gonna end up putting a ratchet strap from the control arm forward on both sides to keep this thing from wanting to twist out from underneath the car when we push it out of the shop. Ratchet strap should be good. This thing's lighter than a feather until we can get those torsion bars. Here is the Techno Toy Tuning coilovers with fully adjustable control arms. I just have these thrown in without the upper bushing, but this is keeping the control arm from moving too much. And then, like I said, we'll put a ratchet strap to pull it this way, and this will keep tension on it that way, so that'll help kind of keep it all together there. But we may end up We're gonna have to steer this just by kicking the wheels, do the old wheel kick. I may end up throwing the rack in here. That way when we kick one wheel, it moves the other. Just throw the rack in here loosely as well. There you guys have it. I'm filthy, but this is back together just enough to get it to move out of the shop. That's like a big major step for this project, is getting the whole front end done. So again, everything's just in there loose, so that way we can take it back out, we can paint the subframe, we can do all that. We may end up putting those spacers on if we need to for pan clearance issues. We won't know until we throw the 1UZ back together and try to stab it in here. But for now, that's going to be it for this episode. Until next time, this is JP Street and Performance, where dream cars are built, not bought. From the first cut to the final pass, I'll catch you guys on the next project.